what are you doing to ensure it's an area of strength for you and those you are mentoring? Because the ones you are mentoring are the ones who are relying on you to be able to guide them in the right way and give them the correct advice. So if you're feeling tired or stressed or getting stale, overwhelmed, bored, whatever it might be, then how can you mentor others? How can you be that role model that they want to, they can follow in and do all of the wonderful things to get them to where they want to be?
Yeah, totally agree. One tool I found really helpful, and this was introduced by Robin Sharma for me, is the stop doing list. As we rise up, we need to stop doing certain things that are no longer, in our wheelhouse. So we're good at them, but they don't necessarily deliver the value that we need at that next level. So while I'm both chartered and CPA, in my business, I do zero accounting. And I do that very deliberately because it's not where I value add. I value add in 4 areas. So meeting with my clients, learning and growing to deliver new science around what we're doing, growing my team, and delivering. So I spend about 95% of my time in those 4 areas. Therefore, the stuff that I could do that I'm good at, but it doesn't value add, goes to other team members or we outsource it. And I think we tend to want to do everything, and it's good to learn to do it, and then you need to learn to let go. And so I love that idea of stop doing to create the space and be really intentional about your breaks, because your breaks are actually where your brain does the heavy lifting. Same with sleep. When people say to me, I thrive on 5 hours, I'm like, that's not good for you long term. What we need to do is get regular breaks, regular good sleep, because they're foundational to great brain work. And what we need in the chaos of the world we're in at the moment is to be nice and calm. It's very difficult to do if you're running on no air at all, basically. So I love your ideas about, going down the coast, writing things out and stuff like that, because that's where you tap into that, great potential in your brain.
You mentioned so many important things, Danette, there. I love that concept of stop doing. It's very hard for busy women who perhaps are running their own business, who are sole person dependent, who do still have to do everything, and I'm guilty of that. I do have some help, but certainly I could do with more. And it's a trap I think a lot of people fall into when they are running their own business. They know they need to be dealing at that higher level to deal with all of those really important things that are working on the business, but they get caught up in the working in the business. And it's a push-pull type situation, isn't it, for a lot of those?
It is. Yeah. And so, sometimes it's thinking a little bit outside the box. So, can you work with someone where maybe you do some things for them with your skills, and then you sort of trade a little bit to be able to support each other? There's a great book called Why 10X is Better Than 2X. Highly recommend that book, because again, it talks about the great businesses at scale. It's about who you've got in the business and the skills they bring.
Mm.
Therefore, being more intentional about what are the gaps I have. And I charge, obviously, when I'm presenting, I charge. So I know the value of 1 hour of my time presenting versus some of the jobs that I could do, that I could pay someone many, many times or many, many hours for 1 hour of me presenting. I think what we need to learn is the value of what we deliver, and then think about, okay, what are the lower value things, or the things that I'm just really, they drain my energy, because that actually impacts when you show up in front of your clients. So if we can get rid of some of those, and the lovely thing about things like AI and that is there are some tools there that can actually help us get better at some of the things that maybe we're like, oh, I'm not necessarily loving that particular thing. And your greatness comes when you work on those areas that you discount, that you're really good at, And other people are like, you're amazing at that, Julie. I don't know how you do it. And you're like, oh, no, I can do that. That's so easy. Everyone can do that. That's actually where your gifts are. And so I often say to people, pay attention to where you're getting those compliments and you discount. That's where you should be investing more time, because that's going to create a great business where you've got the energy, but you've also got the impact.